Hello! In this video we'll be taking a look at the Sony PlayStation VideoCD system. Now this is quite a rare and unique unit. It was only released in Asian territories to around 10,000 units, most notably in Hong Kong, although I have seen them pop up in China occasionally. Now compared to the grey system, this is white in colour, and in orange text at the top right it says VideoCD. It's the only PlayStation to come straight from the factory with inbuilt VCD playback functionality. Looking at the rear, you can see that it's similar to some of the earlier PlayStation models, with a parallel port and also the RCA ports on the back. Now the sticker on the underside tells us that this is the SCPH-5903, and 3 is used for Asian regions. It has a dual voltage power supply and is region locked to NTSC-J, so it outputs NTSC video and plays Japanese games. Now this is what the 5903 looks like with the top off. Basically the same as an early model PlayStation, with the laser unit there in the old style position which is close to the power supply, and here is the dual voltage power supply. Now if we look at the power supply connector which goes to the motherboard, it's also the older style which has 7 wires, so this power supply should be compatible with models earlier than I believe the 5000 series, maybe 5500. Anyway, let's remove the laser and the top part and actually look at the motherboard itself. So here is the heart of the PlayStation VideoCD model. Now if you look here, it's a PU16 motherboard which is unique to the VideoCD PlayStation. And sitting just above the motherboard is a daughter board, and this is the heart of the VCD functionality. Now I have no idea how this actually integrates with the PlayStation BIOS and the system that's running on it, so that's a complete mystery to me, but this is the unique board that handles all the magic and does all the VCD playback and must detect the disc and switch to the mode, so very interesting to see, and it's a very interesting way they've sort of mounted it just above the board. I'd love to know exactly how it fits into the whole setup there. But let's get it back together and actually run some software on it. Well, we've got the VCD PlayStation set up and ready to go, and the first thing I want to show you is the menu, so we'll let it boot up. So you can see there that this has the updated BIOS or menu screen, and it's got English text. Now I think this is actually quite unique because I don't know any Japanese region or NTSC-J region PlayStation which has the English version of this menu, so that could be something unique to the 5903, not entirely sure, but something interesting just to know. Anyway, we're going to put in a VCD. Now I can't put anything too exciting like a movie or something in case it gets copyright claimed, so this is a simple portfolio VCD showing just some photos of sign work from an old company. So you'll get to see the menu and how that works. So this is the menu you'll first see when you put a VCD in. Now, it will not respond if you've got a DualShock controller plugged in with the analog sticks active. It wants a digital pad, or you have to remove the analog functionality or press the analog button on your DualShock controller, and then you'll get functionality. And here you go. Now, like DVDs, these will actually load up into a menu, so you can have menus and things like that on these VCDs, and you'll see here once it actually loads into it. Here you go. So on this screen, I'm just fiddling around with the D-pad, which is selecting, maybe that's selecting a photo or the chapter, not entirely sure. That's probably part of the software running on this disc, so that's quite interesting, but I won't bore you too long with photos of what is effectively signs, so this is just to show it running a standard VCD in the correct format. Now the next disc I'm going to put in is a SVCD, which is considered the better or superior VCD format, which I've never really paid much attention to. I'm not a fan of VCD. I'm just doing this to see if it will load a different type of VCD format. There you go. So it doesn't like SVCD. I think it's quite picky as to what format it will choose. So what I'm going to try next is I'm going to try a PAL region game. Now this is supposed to be locked to Japanese region, so we're just going to see. And I'm actually putting in a PAL copy of Cooler World. Now the reason I'm doing that is I actually have the Japanese version of that game as well, Cooler Quest, so we'll use that as a contrast between the two. Will the PAL version load or not? Sadly, straight away it knows it's the wrong region, so we'll throw that disc out and we'll put in Cooler Quest just to see how it handles playing normal games. There's a copy of Cooler Quest. So there you go, it's loading up. You can read SCEI, which means it's a Japanese region disc. And for an old PlayStation, you know, I'm quite happy with how it loads. It loads pretty quick. Usually these older ones with the older design load horribly. They just wear out very quickly, and you know, these days they're barely usable. So this is in nice working condition. I have cleaned the laser and given it a really minor tune, but as you can see, it's playing the game great. The soundtrack isn't skipping. It's great, and what a good game to test it on. I won't play the whole game, I'll just go a level or two in, but just want you to actually see the console playing the game and running. So there you go, that's an example of the 5903 playing games. Now, yes, this is a very stupid idea. This is one of those weird aftermarket VCD cards that you can add to your system, and it sort of enables Game Shark features sometimes as well. Even if this thing works, I won't know if it's working properly or not. I'm just going to have a bit of a play with it, just for a bit of fun, see what happens when I plug it into the system, and I'm not expecting any results. I don't really know how this little add-on works. So it's attached to the system and I have Cooler Quest inside. Now I've used this thing once and it took me to a cheat menu. This was on a PAL console. So I'm wondering what it will take me to on this, if anything. Well, it's probably safe to assume it doesn't work, or it's not plugged in correctly, or it doesn't like this particular PlayStation. So it just reset by itself then as well. It's feeling a bit laggy as well. Okay, so we're going to try Cooler Quest again. There we go. So we've got the splash screen is correct, it's loading, it's not thinking it's the wrong game. So there we go. There we go. There we go. Taking its time. Chugging away merrily, actually. Really chuggy. Yeah, there we go. Maybe we'll try that again. Okay, here we go, again. Ready to play some Cooler Quest with my VCD card plugged in. Back on the splash screen, that's good. That's good. That's not good. Well, third time is the charm. Here we go. Loaded quick, straight away. Excellent loading there. Really quick. Really quick. Maybe too quick, but really quick. Oh dear. Let's try a VCD. Okay, so the VCD will not work. It just goes weird and does a weird splash screen, so we're not going to use the VCD. We're going back with Cooler Quest. Let's just get the game started. I've got the VCD card set to movie mode. I've taken it out. I've put it back in. Let's see what happens. Whoa. Change disc now. There we go. So at this stage, I imagine you put your VCD movie in, which is what we're doing. Pop that in there and let's press any button to continuous. So it takes us back to the... Oh. Okay, so it restarts the console, which it did last time when it crashed. Well, it takes us to the VCD menu, but... I mean, it would have taken us to the VCD menu anyway, so I don't know if that counts. I guess it did kind of try to play the VCD, but in a cheating way. Let's try again. Let's just try and get that screen again. It's loading really good, but with the VCD card attached, it loads quick, like it's not struggling to read from the laser, but goes all spastic when it gets to this. Here we go, change disc now. Well, let's see what happens. Maybe it disables region lock or something. Let's put PAL Cooler World in. And we'll press any button to continuous. So it just resets the console. I'm going to assume it won't work. And look, at this stage, thank you very much for watching. I hope, yep, there you go. I hope you've got a bit of an idea on what the VideoCD PlayStation is like. It's a rare console, it is quite unique. I just wanted to get it out there so people could actually see it. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.